Here with Tennessee baseball pitcher A.J. Causey. I'm Eric Kane here at VolQuest.com. And A.J., what a performance for you. Your debut for Tennessee was on Friday night. You came in behind A.J. Russell. You finished the game going forward in 2/3, 7 strikeouts. What did you like about your performance, and could you have imagined a better debut with your new team?
Not really. Like, nothing. I was telling some of my teammates, like, nothing compared to that last inning. Like,
No.
I've never felt the feeling when, you know, like, the whole crowd 0-2 gets up and just starts chanting. It was awesome, and yeah, couldn't have gone better.
So what do you like about Tennessee? I know you've been here for the fall, and obviously you picked to come here, but being with this team and starting the season, what do you like about your new club?
Honestly, like, the culture. The culture here is amazing. Like, the fans are, like, the best I've ever seen anywhere. And, like, the resources, like, just how they go about things, how the mental aspect, you know, all that stuff, how it all ties in. I love all that.
You have a unique role, and I'm not sure we even know exactly what that role is yet. Again, we're 2 games into the season.
Mm-hmm.
You were a Friday night starter at Jacksonville State.
Mm-hmm.
You came out of the bullpen as a freshman. Bullpen here at Tennessee to begin with. What have they told you about your role, and what are you prepared to do as the season unwinds?
I'm just ready when my name's called. Could be, like, you know, a starting role out of the pen, like, you know, just ready whenever. I'm just, as long as I'm pitching, I'm great. I'm loving it, yeah.
Why Tennessee originally? If I'm not mistaken, you were Tennessee's first get out of the transfer portal. What was appealing to you about Tennessee, and how difficult of a process was that for you?
It was a very difficult process, but it ultimately boiled down to Coach A and Q. Like, I love, like, Coach A's experience with sidearmers, with professional guys, and Q's like the best at what he does in the country.
Yeah.
So, like, it ultimately, like, I was going for development. I was like, I want to be developed by the best coaches in the country, and I was like, this is them. Yeah.
As Tony Vitello would say, Frank Anderson's a bit old school. How long did it, and I'm sure you're still kind of navigating those waters, but how long did it take you to kind of get used to him and the way that he teaches and coaches?
Honestly, not a while. He was pretty much like my coach at JSU, you know, that old school. So I was honestly kind of used to it. So I kind of just hit the ground running with him.
You have a unique arm slot. It's, some people say it's sidearm, some people say it's submarine. It's not true submarine, but tell us about your delivery and when that came about.
It came about when I was 13 because my travel ball coach came up to me. He was like, I know you play a lot of wiffle ball with your brothers, so I want you to try this. He's like, because you don't throw hard over the top. And so I was like, okay, I'll try it. I tried it and fell in love with it. I was like, this is a cheat code. Like, I'm getting, like, so much movement. Like, I loved it. So I just kept doing it, kept getting better, and yeah.
So at 13 years old, the decision was made that you weren't going to throw hard enough over the top to make this move.
Yes, shout out Andrew Dennis.
Well, it's paying off for sure. How would you describe that? Would you say it's sidearm, submarine, or you know, what slot, I guess, would you say?
I would classify it as sidearm, sidewinder, whatever you want to call it, because I started to get more like submarine at JSU, and the off speed wasn't as good. It's just so much easier to throw from the side when it comes to the changeup and the slider. So yeah, I would say sidearm.
Your fastball was sitting at about 92, I think, the other night on Friday. How difficult is, and A.J. Russell kind of chimed in on this, how difficult is that from that angle with that velocity behind the fastball for maybe a right-handed hitter?
I would say it's extremely difficult because, you know, it's like coming in on your hands and it's just going straight down. They call it heavy.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's extremely difficult for righties.
What's your secondary pitch and kind of how many tools are you working with in your arsenal?
It really depends on the day. For instance, the other day was my changeup because my slider wasn't working. But typically it's more slider. So like the other day was just we just had to make an adjustment on the fly. Typically my slider is my like go-to secondary, and then my changeup is pretty like just another third pitch kind of bonus. But the other day I kind of just had to rely on my changeup.
You know, Billy Amick was asked after Friday night's game how difficult it is for a hitter to go from A.J. Russell to A.J. Causey. He said it's not fun. A.J. Russell was saying that you guys have been joking around. It's called the A.J. Show. It might not go with script every single Friday like it did last Friday. It's a game of baseball. But for a hitter to go from Russell to you, I mean, that's got to be challenging, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're facing like 97, 98, which is, you know, life and ride, and then you come 92, which is sink.
Yeah.
It's because with Russ, you're trying to get on top of him. With me, you're trying to get under. It's like a completely different adjustment. So, yeah.
How unique has it been to get to know A.J. Russell? And then some of these other transfers, you know, Chris Stamos, Nate Snead, who's going to pitch later today, we would assume. How have you guys kind of come together in that Tennessee bullpen?
I've loved it. Like, it's been so much fun. Stom is so funny. I live with Snead. I love living with Snead. And, yeah, me and Russ, we've been doing the A.J. show for a while. They've been having us throw together, like, almost need a whole spring. So we've been joking about it for like a long time. It's been so much fun.
When you're on the mound and you know you got this defense behind you, but also when you're going multiple innings out of the pen or maybe in a start later in the year, whatever, you go in the dugout and you see that offense go to the plate. How much confidence do you have on the mound knowing that you have guys that can put up 10 runs a game maybe?
I don't know how to explain it because like I've never had an offense like this. It's just crazy to like. I told Shafe yesterday when we were going to watch the game, I was like, it's kind of cool. I could just go watch Tennessee baseball today. Like just go watch these guys hit. It's like it's awesome. So,
have you ever played in a venue like you've been at this weekend at Globe Life Field? I think it's the newest major league ballpark out there. Have you ever played in a venue or in an environment like this?
Definitely not. Definitely not.
AJ, I appreciate it, man. Congratulations on the good start to your Tennessee career, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
AJ Causey, Tennessee pitcher, sidewinder, sidearm, whatever you want to call him. I'm Eric Kane, and this is VolQuest.com.